Hey, everybody. It is Sharvette Mitchell. I am so excited to be sliding on your timeline midday, lunchtime on the East Coast here on the Friday before Mother's Day weekend. Shout out to all of the mothers that may be stopping in. And listen, I wanted to have just a quick conversation today because I have a 1:30 Zoom with my accountability partner. So I am on a time constraint. But I've been having a lot of great conversations, and something came up that I wanted to share and talk about with this larger audience. And I want to share and talk about today 6 things you need to increase your confidence and to overcome imposter syndrome. That's what we're going to be talking about on this lovely Friday. And those of you that are brand spanking new to me, I'm Sharvette Mitchell, owner of Mitchell Productions Consulting, and I help high achieving women entrepreneurs position their expertise with a polished visual brand, increase visibility with speaking opportunities, build authority with a published book, and convert more customers with their content marketing. And I do that primarily with my signature 12-month program called the Platform Builder, which is based off of my trademark framework. And we do some one-on-one consulting as well. So I know that the algorithm is sending out messages letting you know that I just popped up on your timeline. So we have a quick sponsor message, 53 seconds from our sponsor, Mitchell Productions. And then we're going to jump right on into this topic. Tag a friend, tag a business bestie, and say, hey, I think this is a conversation you need to join. We're getting ready to get started.
Are you a high-achieving woman entrepreneur who is ready to ditch being invisible and unpolished, but finally ready to shine a spotlight on your expertise and services? There's a better way to increase the visibility of your personal brand and gain more customers. Let Sharvette Mitchell show you with the Platform Builder program. The Platform Builder program is her signature 12-month group coaching program built for female entrepreneurs and leaders who are ready to position their expertise and services with a polished visual brand, increase visibility with speaking opportunities, build authority with a published book, and convert more customers with content marketing. Not only do you walk away with all of the juicy strategic nuggets in Sharvette's head, but with tangible outcomes that you can see and feel. Find out more and apply at www.platformbuilder.biz.
All right. Welcome again. Our sponsor shout out. Welcome to those that are coming on in. Hello, Cynthia. So good to see you. Hello, Dr. Val. Thank you for being in the house, one of our Platform Builder masterminds. Listen, YouTube is hot and jumping, crushing goals with Karen. I love that. I love that tagline. Welcome, and we are glad to have you. Again, I know that there are those of you that are new to me, and you're saying, who is this chick, Sharvette Mitchell? Well, I spent 25 years in corporate America at a company called Capital One Bank. They might be in your wallet. And the majority of the time there, I was in training and development. I leaped into full-time entrepreneurship about 5.5 years ago, February 2nd, 2018 to be exact, to run Mitchell Productions full-time. I'm a marketing consultant. I'm excited. Some of you might be here because of the Sharvette Mitchell Radio Show that shows up on your timeline. We are 15 plus years in the runnings with that. It started out in studio in Richmond, Virginia, at 1540 AM. Shout out to Rejoice Radio, and then transitioned to internet radio. And then we added in live streaming on 6 different platforms. So shout out to those of you that may be here from that. I also produce live conferences and events. We have the Platform Builder Summit that's coming up in November. That'll be our 7th in-person conference. And I produce book collaborations. I got some books over there over my shoulder. I'm excited that I have 5 book collaborations under our belt. Some of our authors are here or listening. So any of our authors that are here, just type author in the chat if you've been in one of our 5 books. And you may have seen me on CBS 6 Virginia This Morning, in Huffington Post, and in AARP. So I wanted to slide on your timelines to talk about a topic that came up related to a discussion that I had recently. And I want to share 6 things you can do to increase confidence and to overcome imposter syndrome. And so who is this conversation about? who is this conversation for? This conversation is geared towards my entrepreneurs, my small business owners in particular. But listen, others of you that are here, you can pick up on this. You can pick up what I'm putting down as well. And so thank you. Yes, I see the hellos and the hearts that are coming on in. And I invite you to go ahead and share this out as we jump into this topic. So the first thing, let me kind of define what imposter syndrome is. Anyone here who's familiar with that, heard of that before? Let me just share my screen. So our friends over on Better Up, this is the definition that they shared around imposter syndrome. Imposter syndrome is the condition of feeling anxious and not experiencing success internally, despite being high performing in externally objective ways. So there's proof that you are effective. There's proof that you are successful, but internally you don't feel it. And it goes on to say this condition, which is imposter syndrome, often results in people feeling like a fraud or a phony and doubting their abilities. That is imposter syndrome. And so I want to have this conversation today around confidence. And let me tell you how this started. And again, welcome. I see all of you coming on in. Hello, JP. Thanks for being here. Hello to my mom. Thanks for being here. We shouted her out. It's Nurses Week, and she has 46 years under her belt as a nurse. So shout out to all the nurses that may be watching. And so here's how this conversation came about. So I was talking to a woman this week who, she's like a past CEO of a company, has, retired from that, still a lot of life left in her, thinking about what's the next thing in maybe this consulting and speaking space. But then really started having questions like, man, do I really have what it takes to be out there in consulting, C-suite and leaders, and will they listen to me? And do I really bring something to the table? And all of these things were coming up for her. And so that may be some of what you all may be feeling and thinking. You don't have to witness and testify. This will just be between us. But I wanted to share, if you have any of those feelings where your confidence is feeling a little bit lower with your business, or the ability and the skill sets you have, let's jump on in and let me share 6 things that will help increase your confidence and combat imposter syndrome. So the first thing here that I want you to do is to celebrate your accomplishments. This is one thing that absolutely will increase your confidence level and also combat that feeling of I'm not doing enough or I am not enough. Celebrate, take time to look at what you've accomplished. A lot of times we downplay our wins and our successes. And so this is one of the reasons why when we open up our every opening session for our platform builder groups in each month that we have in the Q&A, I go around and I say, share your wins, either share them out loud or share them in the chat, because we do have to consciously take time to celebrate our accomplishments. Matter of fact, I just posted in my group, and some of the ladies, some of you may be watching and listening from my Facebook community, marketing tips with Sharvette. And I just put a simple post like the other day that said, hey, what was the last payment, that someone made, or the last product you sold, or the last contract, or the last invoice that you got paid? Just like post it. And it's always great to just like celebrate your wins. So the first piece of advice that I have in this kind of conversation of 6 things to do that will help you increase your confidence and also overcome imposter syndrome. The first thing to do is celebrate your accomplishments. And for some of you, that may be with a journal. Any of you all planner people? Some of you, it might be a planner or a journal where you write that down either every day or every week, but celebrate your accomplishments. The second thing that you want to do in this space of how do I increase confidence and combat that imposter syndrome? The second thing is that you want to surround yourself with a support network. You want to figure out and find out where can I have support and what does that look like for me. And I think in particular, for those of you that are women and women entrepreneurs, definitely finding other women entrepreneurs that are moving in the same direction, going in the same direction that you're going. Listen, crushing goals with Karen is saying, I'm a huge planner girl. Listen, hashtag planner girl in these streets, right? Now, let me know, Karen, if you decorate your planner and all of this. Thank you. She's saying this is such a great topic. I totally agree. And so, if you are finding that, hey, I'm not, my confidence is waning, or I'm feeling that I'm not bringing to the table, I'm not recognizing my greatness, get around some other women. And in particular, this conversation is for women entrepreneurs, but you may be a man that's watching. So get around whatever that network is, and surround yourself with other people that are going in the same direction. There is something incredibly powerful that happens when you are able to get into that network. That's one of the things that I love about our Platform Builder program, which we are open for enrollment, is that this network, this cohort of women that join forces now, they are like collaborating with each other, and they are getting a boost from each other because they're all going in the same exact direction. All right. So here's the third thing, and for those that are just coming on in, hey, thank you, Carla R. Jenkins. I see that you retweeted this on Twitter. Thank you so much. We're talking about 6 things you need to do to increase confidence and overcome imposter syndrome if you are feeling that. So the third thing, and we've done 1 and 2, the third thing is to embrace continuous learning. I think what is so interesting that a lot of you that are here and that are watching, you have degrees, you have credentials, some of you have licenses that you have to keep renewed and updated. And so in your professional space, definitely if you are a professional service provider, you provide services in a professional arena, you are used to having to continue to learn, having to continue to grow your craft and what you actually do. But then something happens, like we jump over into entrepreneurship and we like forget that you've got to learn to be an entrepreneur. You got to learn to market. You got to learn to sell. You got to learn to brand yourself. And so if you're feeling that, oh, my confidence is waning in certain areas, either when I'm talking about what I offer or when I'm talking to customers or just even getting my feet started, when you learn something and you have that ammunition in your back pocket, that increases your confidence. So embrace continuously learning. You're welcome, Carla. Thank you again for sharing over with our friends over on Twitter. I love this. Crushing Goals with Karen on YouTube. Yes, I am a functional planner. I like that. And so embrace continuous learning. If there's something that you don't know how to do, then figure out, like, find someone that knows how to do it. I was just talking to someone who we were having a conversation about the Platform Builder program, and she was saying, I'm a visual learner. Like I need to see things in action to pick it up. And so you've got to recognize what that is for you. But I really want to hone in that in this entrepreneur space, in this marketing space, if you're feeling that confidence level kind of waning, learn a new skill, get with someone, get in a course, get a program, get a coach or a paid mentor that will help you with that continuous learning. And that is going to increase your confidence. Let's move on to number 4. Number 4, as we talk about this conversation of 6 things to do to increase confidence and overcome imposter syndrome, the 4th thing is to practice self-care. All right, to practice self-care. Sometimes, for some of you, and let me know what you all do for self-care. Sometimes, for some of you, there are either environments. I'm about to step on some toes. There are people. There are situations that you are in, or you're putting yourself in, or you're allowing yourself to be in, that bashes your confidence. That is not a good self-care technique. So you want to figure out and find and practice the things that nurture you, nurture your spirit, nurture your soul. And some of the things that we talked about will do that, right? If you're celebrating your accomplishments, that nurtures your soul. You're surrounding yourself with a support network that nurtures your soul. If you're embracing learning and continuous learning, that nurtures your soul. So figure out and find out and practice whatever that is for you, that self-care piece. But the key thing is I write you a virtual permission slip today. If there are people or situations that are bashing your confidence, get rid of, let go, cut off, fade out those things. And that is a form of self-care. Yes, 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 yes. All right. Welcome to all those that are coming in. I'm Sharvette Mitchell of Mitchell Productions Consulting. And we're just having this conversation on this Friday. I just jumped online. I didn't even send y'all a warning. And this is based off of a conversation I was having with someone who is, has been a CEO now, kind of in this transition, has left that, still a lot of life in her, but questioning, wondering, do I have what people want? Can I be an independent consultant? Can I, speak on stages? Will people listen? Do they want to hear what I have to say? And we were having this conversation. And so I decided to share this broadly with those of you, because some of you may have felt that before. It might be unspoken. You might not hit like on that, but it might be internally questions that you're having. So we're having this conversation here today. Yes, Dr. Val said this is so essential. It absolutely is. It's so essential. So we've hit number 4. Now let's go to number 5. We only have 6, right? So I want you to, if you're having those feelings of a confidence level related to offering your products, offering your services, do I have what it takes? Will people buy this? Am I credible enough? Are people better than me? All of those kind of questions that may come up for you. I want you to challenge negative self-talk. I want you to challenge negative self-talk. And I'm going to share a quote that I think I heard probably about 2 years ago that was so incredibly impactful. I heard a Bishop J. Kevin Harris say, interrogate your fears and ask them, why are you here? And sometimes we have fears and have things that come up, and maybe that negative self-talk that comes up, and we don't question it. We just accept it, versus why don't we question it? Why don't we interrogate that thought? And so number 5, if you are working on, hey, I want to increase my confidence level or get rid of imposter syndrome, I want you to challenge negative self-talk. Anything negative that comes up, I want you to interrogate it. I want you to envision that you are in an interrogation room and you are asking those negative thoughts and that negative self-talk and those fears, you are asking it questions and you are not just accepting it. I want you to challenge it. I want you to challenge it. All right. I'm seeing some love and some hearts coming on in. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. I see that coming on in. We greet you and we welcome you. The sixth thing that I want you to do in this space of, again, increasing your confidence level and overcoming imposter syndrome. The 6th thing that I want you to do and to think about is to take calculated risk and embrace failure. Ooh, so most of us don't want to experience failure, right? Most of us, we don't want to experience that. So what we do is we do everything we can to not do that. But then what happened? Look, Sharice is saying, Lord, number 6 is the crusher. Number 6 is the crusher. Number 5 is what I'm working on right now. Listen, a step at a time. Yes, crushing goals with Karen on YouTube said, that's good. Interrogate my fears. Yes, ask them why they are here. Do not just accept them. And so we spend a lot of time, and this conversation again is around confidence and imposter syndrome. We spend a lot of time not taking risk because we don't want to have a failure. Whereas how I invite you to think about this, how I invite you to think about risk and failure is that if you shift your mindset that failures and or setbacks are opportunities for growth. What is this teaching me? What is this teaching me? And so if it's opportunity for growth, it kind of takes that sting out. And so if you have experienced some setbacks and some failures and you feel it has dinged your confidence, can we shift the mindset to, you know what did I learn? I learned something from that. I learned either how not to do that. I learned either what my customers want. If there was a bad experience, I learned what to do. If I had a launch that failed, there was something that I learned from it. And so if you can shift your mindset to that failures and setbacks are opportunities for growth, then that won't have such a ding on your confidence level. And then you can actually kind of think about, well, hey, I grew in a certain area, and that could boost your confidence. All right. Does anybody want to recap? Type recap in the chat. I'll do a recap real quick of the 6. If you want a recap of the 6 things you need to do to increase confidence and overcome imposter syndrome. And this conversation is tailored to our entrepreneurs, specifically our women entrepreneurs, and definitely those that are service providers and you provide professional services. Sometimes these things come up, right? And so they impact our marketing, and they impact how we show up, right? And the impact if we step out and do a live stream or do a reel or even offer our services if we are battling any of this confidence piece that impacts that. Thank you so much. Natalie said recap. Well, all right, we got one recap. Let's roll the recap. Let's get it going here. So 6 things you need to do to increase confidence and overcome imposter syndrome. 1, celebrate your accomplishments. Write them down. I was saying earlier in our platform builder sessions, our clients, we meet twice a week, our group Q&A. I start off with wins. Like, what are your wins? What are your accomplishments? Either say them out loud or type them in the chat. So celebrate and do not diminish small, big. There's no categorization. Everything count as a win. As they say on TikTok, a win is a win. All right, type win. A win is a win. Number 2, surround yourself with a support network. For some of you, to increase your confidence, you just need to be around the right people and the people that are going in the same direction. That's why it's so powerful in our platform builder program that the women automatically become this kind of network for each other in this support system, in this community that helps you thrive. Number 3, embrace continuous learning. If there's something that you don't know how to do, from marketing to reels to emails to whatever it is, embrace learning. You got to learn it. A lot of you are professionals already. You have degrees, you have licenses, you have credentials. A lot of times you all are having to re-up those every year or whatever. And then we get over into entrepreneurship and feel like, oh, I don't have to learn anything. Yes, we are always learning. So embrace continuous learning. Listen, I'm seeing some yes is coming through. A win is a win from my TikTokers. Listen, Terry, thank you, Terry. A win is a win, right? A win is a win, period. Don't put a small or large. A win is a win. Number 4, as we talk about 6 things to embrace and lift up your confidence, practice self-care. And specifically when I am sticking in here, if there's anything that is dinging your confidence, any person, any place or thing, I write you a virtual permission slip to let that go. Number 5, challenge your negative self-talk. Do not just accept the self-talk. And again, a quote that I love and I heard Bishop J. Kevin Harris say, interrogate your fears. Ask them, why are you here? Interrogate them. I want you to imagine that you are in an interrogation room. And so challenge self-thought, negative self-thought. Don't just accept it. All right. And then number 6, take calculated risk and embrace failure. Take calculated risk and embrace failure. And that mindset shift is that what you are looking at as a failure and or setback is an opportunity for growth. And anything that's growing and moving is going in the right direction, and that will boost your confidence. So listen, I know you heard me mention and you see the link up there. I've been talking, if you're on my email list, if you're in my Facebook community, if you're following me, I've been talking about my platform builder program, which is based off of my trademark framework. It is a 12-month group coaching program. There's 4 components: the group coaching element piece. So you have that community. We have modules. So my intellectual property is documented in modules, video modules you get access to. We have some done for you services. We do a full brand photo shoot. We do book collaboration that we produce. We do a speaker one sheet. You get some social media graphics. And then if you're the VIP level, you get one-on-one access and one-on-one work, networking and consulting with me. And so we are open for enrollment. Jump over to platformbuilder.biz. Jump over to platformbuilder.biz, not .org and not .com. You can learn more there. And also you can apply and jump on my calendar. You need to jump on my calendar or apply at least by May 22nd. second so that we can see, I can hear what are your goals, what you want to do with your marketing, your branding, your visibility, what's not working, and then I can recommend a solution. And the Platform Builder program absolutely may be that solution for you. Let me capture you. Listen, Kara, thank you over on, Kara, over on YouTube. That's so good, right? Listen, Terry is saying number 4 and 5, I definitely need to work on. Listen, Terry, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time, one bite at a time. Thank you. Crushing Goals with Karen on YouTube. That's good. Thank you so much. You are welcome. And for those that are here, you're saying, wait a minute, how's she doing that? I am using a platform called StreamYard. And so we are live in my Facebook community, Marketing Tips with Sharvette. We are live on the Mitchell Productions Facebook page. We are live on my personal page over here on Facebook. We are live in LinkedIn, YouTube, and Twitter. And so we are live in all of those places. And so I'm going to finish up here. And what I'd like to do actually is share a few testimonials from 3 women that have been through the Platform Builder program. And again, definitely for high achieving women entrepreneurs, where you know that it is time for you to stop sitting on the sideline. You know that it is time for you to step up and offer what you have to the world, but you need a trusted guide. You need it to be polished. You need it to be together. And so you've been holding back because you don't feel that the Platform Builder program is for you. So I could say a whole bunch about it, but let you hear from 3 of our clients. So here we go. Totally, like,
I got it.
Okay. What would you like to say?
Well, first, why I wanted to jump on, because I wanted to say that Sharvette is more than a coach. Why I wanted to jump on, because I wanted to say, when I was in the Platform Builders, my mother passed away. And I'm going to cry. I didn't know what I was going to do because I was in the middle of launching something. And I called up Sharvette, and right there on the spot, let's say, let's create this plan. And I was like, and first of all, that's when I realized the power of a coach. And she stood out to me because she was concerned about what I was going through. And right then and there on the spot, we came up with a plan. She's like, send this to your VA, boom, 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 boom. I was out of the picture and I was able to go through what I needed to go through. That's more than a coach. That's a person who cares about you and your business. And I went on to launch my course after that. And I don't know what I would have done if she wasn't there. And so I want to tell people who think that they don't need a coach, yes, you do. Because when those unexpected things come up and all the stuff is happening, you have a sounding board who's going to give you sound, good guidance. And that's what Sharvette does in the Platform Builders. And not only did I launch my class, I'm in the 2nd cohort of my class, about to launch my 3rd in August. And I owe it all to you. Be a platform builder. It will change your life.
You trying to come on here and make a sister cry. You're trying, I'm thug life. No, I'm just playing. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's so great to see you and to see how you just keep moving and you keep going. So thank you. And yes, Sharon, people are saying, what an awesome testimony. Thank you so much, Pat, for being here. Shout out your business and your page and all of that stuff.
Yeah, so my sure, let me show you. I have Breakthrough Flags Ministry, where I teach and train people how to use scarves, flags, and streamers to create choreography. Check this out, Sharvette. I just went out and printed a new brochure for my business.
Using photos from the photo shoot, right?
Yes, photos from the photo shoot. Yeah, see that?
I love it. Thank you so much.
All the time. So, yes, Breakthrough Flags Ministries. Look us up.
Thank you so much for jumping on. I'm gonna bring LaShawanda on. Thank you for being here and just always being great. Thank you. All right, LaShawanda Moore, I'm bringing you up. Listen, she's in the car. Thank you for being willing to just like impromptu. This is not planned. It's not in my notes. What would you like to say, LaShawanda? Introduce yourself. Oops, and I think you're muted.
Sorry, I was muted. Hello, everyone. My name is LaShawanda Moore, and I just wanted to come on really quickly. My son is driving. I said, pull over in the parking lot so that I can just say that I highly, highly recommend the Platform Builder program. I don't know if Sharvette knows, but Sharvette is a part of my recovery journey, my restoration to wholeness from a really difficult experience I had in my first career. And I left my first career to be a full-time entrepreneur. And I found Sharvette, and my very first brand photo shoot, I brought my daughter with me. And this photo shoot really made me feel like I was just a queen and the best thing since sliced bread. And then Sharvette revamping my website just really made me feel like I was truly a professional. And when you feel like you are a certain way, then you can go and act and execute accordingly. And so that catapulted my experience and began my journey as a leadership and professional development coach. And because of Sharvette, with Sharvette, everything you do, if it's just one little thing, she pumps it up and she just encourages you, and she makes it feel like it is just the most amazing step forward possible. She's so positive, encouraging, and just has a wonderful, beautiful spirit. I have paid thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars with coaches, but Sharvette is number one in her charisma and her warmth. So thank you, Sharvette, for all that you do. You're top notch. You're classy. You have it all together. Everything looks amazing. And I'll just share this one thing too. So maybe about a few weeks ago, I was speaking at my church for a business workshop. And so there were some other entrepreneurs that were on the agenda to speak as well. Okay, so y'all, I came in with all my brand stuff, my books, my PowerPoint presentation, like I was really legit, and no one else had any branding. And it just made me feel like a true business owner, a true entrepreneur. And they were like, I had a booklet, because Sharvette is for a booklet, a nice branded booklet. So I had something for them to take away and be able to take notes. And someone stood up and was like, this is what I'm talking about. This is professional. This woman has come here. She's given us not only just a talk, but she's given us something to take away so that we can continue to study and continue to carry out what she's brought for us today. And I mean, it was just so wonderful. And I felt like, really good. So thank you, Sharvette, for all that you do for us. We appreciate you.
My goodness. Thank you. And I think I know somebody that spoke at that event, or they were supposed to.
You do. Yeah. They were supposed to. You do.
Yes.
He wasn't able to, but yes.
Yes.
You absolutely. Isn't it a small world?
It's a whole small world. And so tell them the businesses because you got multiple businesses. Tell them the businesses you have.
Yes, so I own a brick and mortar facility, Launch Entertainment Park, right in the Midlothian, Virginia area. It's a 29,000 square foot facility with 9 attractions, trampoline, laser tag, dodgeball, all kinds of cool stuff, a cafe, and I have an amazing team that runs that business. And then I'm also a leadership development and life coach. I am a speaker and workshop facilitator. And so if you need any kind of professional development, if you're looking at career change, if you're trying to discover your why, who you are, and your purpose, I've been there, done that, wrote the book, and am now helping other people discover who they are so that they can have the life that they crave.
Yes, I love it. And literally wrote the book. Thank you, LaShawanda, for taking a few minutes of your time, and also just always kind of being being around and in the crowd. Thank you so much.
I'm a fan, Sharvette.
Thank you. Wow. Bye. Ayana, I'm bringing you up. You ready, sis? Let's go.
Hey. Let me tell you, can you hear me okay?
Yes, you loud and clear.
Awesome. Well, listen, you don't ever have to worry about playing or unplaying with me because I am always singing your praises. Listen, my hairstylist, she's not just a hairstylist, she's a non-surgical hair restoration specialist, which is Tia Skinner, that came up here tonight. And let me tell you, when I really started working with you, she said, what in the world are you doing? She said, your stuff is looking top tier. Like, girl, it is fire. She said, everything you put out is fire. I said, well, I connected with this lady who I've been knowing for years in the musical space. Shout out, side note. I'm a professional singer too. I'm
Oh, we're gonna
professional.
make you sing. We're gonna make you sing.
Okay. But I just, I just have grown to really love you as a person, like your brand has exuded, like everything that you have done has just really permeated and just really burst forth. So it's like the seeds that you've been sowing all these years are now just coming up, and now we're the manifestation of,
Yes.
we're the harvest. We're the harvest of what you've put out there, and just how you just have captured it and coined and packaged your program where it's so systematic, it's so curriculum based. And but what does it the most, and the best thing that you could ever Tia's talking, what you could ever do is just you give it to people from your heart. So it is what you are created and designed to do, because the passion shines through. I mean, you are an administrator, and you're an elevator, you're an encourager, you're a cheerleader, you do all that, but yet, like, LaShawanda said, you're classy, you're about making everything look so polished. And I know that translates through the clients that work with you, because what you look like, you share, and that's what we end up looking like. And so if you continue with it and you fall off, I was just telling Tia just today, I said, I need to go back and look at my.
All right, so we cut it off there. Thank you for being here, and just let me share some of what our past clients in the Platform Builder program have had to say. And so again, I invite you. We have another cohort that is starting for 12 months. We'll work together. We start on Thursday, June 8th, but you need to apply by May 22nd. We'll discuss, like, what are your goals related to your marketing, your visibility, what are you struggling with, and if this is a good fit, we'll share in the investment, all of that. And I'd love to meet you on Zoom. There's no fee to apply, so there's nothing to lose. Just jump over to platformbuilder.biz, not .com, not .org, platformbuilder.biz, and find out all the information. You can see other testimonials there. It's all lined out. We can even start the conversation in the DM. So if you say, hey, I just want to ask you some questions in the DM, feel free to direct message me wherever you are watching and I'm listening to this. All right, it's a wrap. I am getting out of your hair. Listen, Kara, these testimonials are beautiful, right? I mean, I just love the clients that I get the opportunity to work with. Dr. Val is one of our clients in the mastermind level. So very powerful program, and we've got her testimonial too. So I'll share that the next time I jump on live. But I'm out of your hair midday. If you are a mom, have an amazing weekend, or do whatever you feel you want to do with your time. Thank you all for being here, and it's a wrap. I'm Sharvette Mitchell, and I'll see you later on in these internet streets. Bye.